Well, hello. Welcome to this Travel with Victoria Rose. My name is Victoria Rose, and I'm excited today to answer the question around those quirky things about Opatio, Croatia, and Tramutola, Italy. And how did you like my new introduction video? So many thoughts on that short 40 odd seconds are exactly how I believe life at any age, but especially when you are a woman and you are a woman who is over 60. First thing I must do is to heart you all, heart, because the world needs more heart. So, for those of you that haven't been on my live streams before, you're probably thinking to yourself, wow, what would Victoria know about live streaming and about all of the technology required to actually go live? Well, I can tell you right now that I am known as the Queen of LiveStream. Hey, Enza! Thank you for joining me, Enza, all the way from Palm Cove is Enza, and here I am still in Opatija in Croatia and loving every moment of it. So, how come I call myself the Queen of Livestream? Because I've been doing it for a long time. I feel like royalty. Today, I want to share with you my joy of traveling. So, you have the option of doing something different for the rest of your life. Thank you, Enza. Definitely the queen of live stream. I've just got to put Enza's comment out there, add to broadcast. Thank you, Enza. So, yes, what is it that I want to do in this live stream today? I want to let you know that you can live a better life. Now, you might say, well, I'm pretty happy with the life that I'm living. Go you. Many women aren't though, and they hold themselves back because they also believe that traveling, going and visiting other countries, living their cultures is just way out of their comfort zone and their back pocket. Or is it their front pocket or their purse, wherever they keep the money, honey? And that's the problem, though, you see. They think that it takes way too much money. Wow. All I can say is I have some information to share with you that will help you see that you can do this too. Every Thursday, I will be doing my Travel with Victoria Rose, the hashtag, and the over 60 still fabulous live stream. And I'll be sharing things with you. And those things will be around the quirky things of traveling. I've got a few of them for you today. Also be around how you can get your message out to the world, because you haven't been walking on this planet for over 6 decades and now you're standing there and saying you've got no value to give, you've got nothing to share. Give me a break. Society might be saying that, but you don't have to listen to society. So Here we go. What are the 3 things that I'd like to share with you that are quirky about Tramutola, Italy? Now, you probably wouldn't know these things unless you live there yourself or you've been following my journey. By the way, to follow my journey, all you have to do is click the hashtag travel with Victoria Rose or type that in the Facebook search bar, and Facebook will take you to a filtered results page, and all of my journey that I posted will be laid out for you. So what are the 3 quirky facts around Tramutola, Italy? Quirky fact number 1. The bells. The bells. I lived there for almost 2 weeks, and I got on the first night how interesting it was going to be. Now, by the way, well, I'm not talking about the church bells. No, I'm talking about the tick-tock bell that's on the top of the municipal building, like the council offices, right in the piazza, the center one, which was about a 30-second walk from where I was staying. So what is it about the bells, the tick-tock bells? I've given you a clue. But let's say it's midnight. As a matter of fact, let's say it's 15 minutes past midnight. There you are. You've had a great night. You've enjoyed talking to friends, or you've done whatever it is that you like to do, and you're thinking, oh, now I can go to sleep peacefully. No, you can't, because here's what happens at 12:15 midnight. You will get 1, 2, 3 big donging type bells, 12 of them to be precise, and then after the 12 bells dong, then you get a little ting, which lets you know, 15 minutes after the hour. And then at 12:30 the hour, you get the 12 or whatever the hour is again, and then 2 tings. So you're lying in bed thinking, oh great, now it's 12:30, and then you get it again at 12:45. They obediently and politely and loudly tell you, yes, 12 dongs, and then ting, ting, ting. You now know it's 12:45 and you are waiting till it's 1 o'clock, because at 1 o'clock all you're going to get is 1 dong. 24/7, guys, 24/7. That happened. But here's the weird thing about it. I was told, oh, you get used to it. And I thought, how could anyone get used to it? Like it really gave me a jolt when I was wherever I was, mainly lying in bed trying to get to sleep. And all of a sudden you get these loud dongs right there. But the weird thing is that I actually did get used to it. It was amazing. So that's the one of those quirky facts about Tramutola, Italy, are the bells, the tick-tock bells. Oh, and then you've got to put up with the church bells. But compared to the tick-tock bells, they're nothing. What's the second quirky fact about Tramutola? 1 restaurant. As a matter of fact, it's sort of like a pizzeria. So you could get pizzas, of course, and some pasta, yes, and that's it. In the entire village, that's all there was there, just that. And by the way, if you went there at 8 o'clock and wanted to eat, you were told, no, we don't open, or we can't do your order until 9:45, because Italians eat their evening meal generally late. They don't eat it at a time that I think is sensible. Mind you, everything closes down, as you all know, for the afternoon siesta, and they have a big lunch. So the evening meal isn't that important to them. So they're the 2 quirky facts that I wanted to share with you about Tramutola. The first one was the bells. The second one is one restaurant. And I really couldn't call it a restaurant. By the way, there are other quirky things, but these things will do for this live stream today. Now, the third thing is, the third thing is hand washing. The really good thing about living there was being up in the mountains, you were always hearing the gurgling of the mountain streams just rushing down under the streets and through the fountains. Very pleasant, very soothing. And they had this fountain there. So every day I would take my bottle and go and fill up straight from the fresh mountain stream. Okay, delicious. I will say though, that's not the quirky fact. The quirky fact is the women that were on the other side of it, not where you get your drinking water from, but on the other side of the freshwater mountain stream, and they were doing their hand washing. And look, we all do hand washing now and again when we're on holidays or something that's a bit delicate, but not these gals. And they weren't just the oldies either. There were in a whole range. And what they do is they go and kneel at the side of the stream. They'd have to have the pads, special wooden boxes so that they could kneel in, because they were there for quite a long time. Why were they there for quite a long time? Because they were doing the family washing. Can you imagine hand washing, the family washing? And that included the sheets, all of those things, the doona covers. And it was quite interesting to stand there, and it was a great anger management activity, because imagine you're washing the towels and you're washing the sheets, just that rubbing and the scrubbing isn't enough. So what did they have to do? They had to get that towel and they had to slap it down on the stone and in the water, and it was quite, I thought, wow, isn't that a fabulous anger management activity to do? You certainly took out a few angry vibes when you slapped that towel down or that bed sheet down. So they're the three that I'll share with you today. Quirky facts about living in Tramutola. Actually, I stayed there for almost 2 weeks, and I'm so glad that I had that experience to be embraced, as I've said before, in the arms of real Italian culture. And now we go to Opatija in Croatia, where it is a tourist town, where I am one of a gazillion tourists from all over the world. I haven't heard one Aussie accent yet, not one. So that could be a quirky fact, because it's unusual to be on holiday and not even hear one Aussie accent. They're probably here, but they're not at the places that I'm at. So what are the quirky facts that I've discovered about Opatija? I want to talk about the Croatians themselves. The truth is, they don't like you. And just because you're a tourist, it doesn't mean they have to like you. They don't have to smile when they come up and get your order and want to know about what coffee or whatever it is you want. No, they don't like you automatically or falsely. You have to earn the fact that they might think you're okay, but only okay. It's actually, it's quite an interesting experience. In fairness though, I will say this. We're at the end of the summer season here. We've only got another couple of weeks to go. And so many places will be closing down here. I believe 50% of them will close down. They're tired. They've had all of these rude arrogant, grumpy tourists from all over the world, from all the other parts of Europe. And quite frankly, you're an Australian. They think you're an American still, and they don't like you either. So you have to take the steps, and those steps are to still smile, don't get infected by their grumpiness. They don't understand what the word grumpy means, but I had to go, and so that is one of the quirky facts that I have been intrigued by Croatians. Yep. And you know, it's not that bad really, because nothing, if a Croatian smiles at you, they mean it. It's not put on just because you're a tourist. Well, what's the other quirky fact about Croatia? So we're now at second quirky fact. And that fact is they have an interesting sense of the people who are important. It sort of flows on from the first fact. I saw an incredible diagram which was comparing how English people, what their priorities are around their family, their friends, who's in the inner circle, who's in that next circle, and who's in the outer circle. Well, Croatians have a lot more people in their inner circle, and they value that inner circle for sure. And so Croatians, just as an aside, they actually would not be caught dead having a cup of coffee on their own, apparently, which makes me super weird, because that's all I ever do is have a cup of coffee on my own. But they're getting used to me. So Croatian people have this really intense and a bonding thing with those people, and there are a lot of them, that are in their inner circle, and they'll meet up with them at cafes, and mainly cafes, because pubs here, they're sort of not pubs like I'm used to, which is a good thing. I've yet to see any drunken lout here, so I think it's good to know that. So what's the very third fact about Croatians? So the first one is that they don't like you. The second one was that they have this really quite intense inner circle. There are a lot more people in that inner circle than what there are, for instance, in an English inner circle. And the third fact, which really is tied in with the first and second quirky facts, what I love about being here, whether they like you or not, if you bought yourself a coffee and you're sitting down reading your book, enjoying the joyous views, looking over the crystal clear, fabulous water, it's okay. You can stay there and do that. Unlike Italian waiters, for a start, if you're going to sit down, as you know, you'll be charged at least double than if you'd stood up at the bar to drink your coffee. And the longer you stay, it seems to be the longer or the bigger the bill is. Doesn't happen here. You're a person, you bought a coffee, they treasure, or value, I guess is a better word, the experience of just sitting and enjoying your coffee and enjoying the moment. There will be no, I'm told from a reliable source, there will be no Croatian waiter that will sort of want to push you on. That could be that they don't want to have to deal with even more tourists. I haven't figured that one out yet. So there we have it. They're my 3 quirky facts from Tramutola, Italy, and my 3 quirky facts from Opatija in Croatia. I'm here for another 2 weeks. My name is Victoria Rose, and I am the Queen of LiveStream. What is the message that you have that you want to get out into the world? You see, there is no use by date unless you think there is. I'll be back again every Thursday. I'll be back with my over 60 still fabulous live stream and catching up with Travel with Victoria Rose. Go ahead and subscribe and check out the hashtag Travel with Victoria Rose. I'll see you next week. Bye.